What number is this? 88?
This is 87.
87.
That's it? How the hell did you book me with only 87 podcasts?
87.
Jeez, God, you must know somebody.
The 87th Makeshift Project podcast. We have a special guest from Impractical Jokers, stand-up comic, children's book author.
That's right, man.
I love that. Joe Gatto.
That's me. Hi, guys.
Welcome to the podcast.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming by.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
I love that. We're very excited to have you. Talk to us about your children's book and your new tour.
Yeah, so I got a children's book and a new tour.
Yeah. Let's get buried. Or
So
Where's
Where's
Barry?
Barry? Yeah, let's get. You combine both of them. I love that. Let's Get Into It is the comedy tour. It's called Let's Get Into It. I just launched in September. I'll be doing all new cities, whole new hours of content for my last tour. So I toured for 2.5 years with Joe Gatto's Night of Comedy, which was really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You didn't come out, you bastards. But that's okay. So you got your chance to make it up to me. Let's get into it.
We're gonna try.
I mean, I was in Red Bank, dude. I was at the Count Basie.
So we really missed it.
I came to your backyard, man.
We really missed
That's
it.
okay.
Yeah.
I blame you.
Yeah, that's okay.
So let's get into it. Tickets are on sale now. I'm really excited about this next hour. It was a really fun way to progress my story of getting into it about me, which is fun. Yeah. And then the Where's Barry book, I had wrote, my son lost his stuffed animal one night. I had a total meltdown. We had to do a hunt for it. I was like, oh, this makes for a fun story. So I just wrote it down, got together with Penguin Publishing, and tell the story about, got hooked up with an illustrator, and he did a great job making cartoons out of my kids and dogs and me. And we have the book Where's Barry that comes out in September as well. So it's I have a big week in September.
Yeah.
One big the tour starts, the book gets launched, the book's available for pre-order now, and tickets are on sale now. So you can get in on the action.
Big September.
Get ready for September. Stretch your shit out because we're going to get into it.
And we will be there. Let's Get Into It tour.
You will.
it's happening. You heard it from me. Are you coming down to our neck of the woods again?
No, you got to travel, bitches.
Okay.
You got to book. You got to book passage.
We'll travel. We're going to travel.
If you had 100 episodes, I would come to you. But 87 episodes, no.
Well, by September we'll be there.
Yeah,
by September we'll be there.
Is that how the math works?
I don't know.
It is?
Maybe.
8?
Maybe
Yeah.
not.
Not yet.
Not your strong suit, but that's okay.
No, not at all. You were born in Staten Island, New York. Mm-hmm. You don't live there anymore. You live in Long Island. We're from New Jersey, so not too far.
Yeah.
We're probably 20 minutes from Staten Island.
Yeah.
Right?
We have, easy. I used to get to my nephew's house. So we have a friend in common, if you will. Yeah. My nephew, and you guys went to high school with.
Yes.
And
yes,
that's the only reason why I know about you guys. He sent me clips, and he was like, these guys, I went to high school with these guys. You should get on this.
I love it.
And so you owe Anthony
I do.
thank you phone call and a high five.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. We're going to talk.
We wish he was here on the podcast with us today. But
next time, I'll come back.
Why does Staten Island get such a bad reputation?
I don't think it does as much anymore as it did back in the day. Because back in the day, it really was very like stereotypical.
Yeah.
Goomba. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
We had the garbage dump. We had the dump back in the day. We don't have that anymore.
Well, that's a good
They made
thing.
it a park, which is so weird to me.
It's a
like,
180.
let's put all this garbage here, put dirt on it, let our kids play.
Yeah.
I think, but it was very neighborhoody. I liked growing up on Staten Island because it was very neighborhoody. But when I got into my life where I had a kid and family, I didn't even think about going back to Staten Island because it had changed so much.
Really?
It was, a little bit more. The houses are on top of each other. The neighborhoods aren't as big. So I went to Long Island. Most people from Staten Island, when they get their kids married, they make a left or a right. They go to Jersey or they go there. So my sister, I have one sister in Jersey and one sister on Long Island.
It checks out. Half of our town is either from Long Island or from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And your parents are from Brooklyn.
Yes, my parents are. Well, my mom's from Queens, Jamaica, Queens. And
is she?
Yeah, and my dad, Bensonhurst in Brooklyn.
So you got some real OGs. That's cool.
Yeah, he had some nicknames growing up. He was a little
he was rough and tumble?
Yeah.
I love that.
He was so skinny, and they used to call him Bones because he could beat the crap out of anyone, and he was so skinny. It was like, I didn't get those traits. I mean, the skinny part, yes, I'm a little thin.
Not the hands.
But not the hands.
You're not a fighter. You did get into a little bit of a tussle at a bar once.
Did you?
I got sucker punched.
I got sucker punched in the
black
face.
eye.
That's the best.
I was playing pool. I got the scar right there. If you could see it a little bit.
It's a scar. I just thought that was like a birthmark or something.
No, he had a ring on.
Oh no!
And I asked his girlfriend to move at the pool table. Maybe not so nicely. Maybe nicely. I don't know.
It's just still under duress.
Yeah, there's
it's under investigation.
but the boyfriend came from behind, hit me. I went, oh my god! I was like, really?
Am I in a fight? Am I in a fight or did I just lose one?
I was like, is that what's happening? And then he hit me again. I was like, okay, this is done. And then I just walked over to the bartender. I go, you got to kick that guy out. And he wound up leaving.
And you go, do I get a free drink for that? And he goes, no.
Yeah. He's like, what? I was like,
what did you drink for? It's bad rep.
I was like, I want to be compensated for this. So I was like, no cameras? No, but nothing happened from it besides I had a cut open and we had the Netflix cup a week after that. So we got flown out to Vegas to go to the F1 PGA Tour collab in Vegas, and I'm there with a Band-Aid on my eye because I got a black eye.
Oh,
it was,
wow.
You look like Bones.
Yeah,
It looked like a choice. It's like, oh, this is he's got style.
He's here for business. He's here for business. When you were in Staten Island, when you were in high school, you were on the mathematics team.
I'm an athlete, yeah.
And the bowling team.
Bowler, I'm a lady killer.
Zach's a huge bowler.
Oh, you're a bowler. Great.
Yeah. Bowler.
What's your average these days?
These days, I don't know. Back in the day, I was 206. When I was on the bowling team, my high was a 288.
Oh,
288.
Yeah, I got 288 once.
What's that, like 9 strikes, 9 spared strikes or something?
I missed. I have one open frame, I think.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It was, that was my high game, but that was by accident. I normally rolled in around the 190 to 200.
Yeah, that's right where I am.
What's your high?
My high's 271.
That's great.
Yeah, I had started out with like 7 straight strikes, and then some things happened in the next.
What was annoying, my open frame was like kind of in the beginning.
Yeah, and
then you just regret it for every frame. You're like, damn it! If I didn't, I think it was like the second frame was.
Yeah, you must have first or second frame because if you get the open frame and then you strike out, basically, it's right around those numbers.
Close. So I was really annoyed about that. But I had done bowling on the road now. Like it's one of the things. Like when I'm on the road after, because the shows end at like we do a 7:00 show or 7:30 show, right?
Okay.
So it's over at like 9:30. I'm in the middle of nowhere, and everywhere has a bowling alley. Right now, everywhere has a bowling alley, an escape room. Right, I do these things. I call up the escape room. I'm like, hey, I want to come do it. We close at 10. Keep it open. I'll buy pizzas. They say okay, and I go into a closed escape room just with my tour people, like the people I roll with. That we go and like it's so fun.
That's a lot.
I thought you were in there by yourself. I was like, that would be
just lock me in this room for an hour. I don't want to deal with anything. Take myself out. So I do that. But bowling's always been a fun thing, and it was always very funny. And Sal and always like. Love that I was like a low-key good bowler because wherever we'd be at an event, like you don't realize how many events you go to that like a bowling, either corporate or whatever the heck it is, and it's like I would just come out and like slaughter everybody. It'd be really fun.
It's like a party trick.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm always into the old man sports. I'm like bowling, golf, bocce. I played bocce in Nashville like a few weeks ago. It was great.
Yeah. Everybody your age now plays cornhole though, right? Like, that's a huge.
You know what's big? Well, for everybody and your parents too. Pickleball.
Pickleball is
big pickleball
so innovative. Yeah, you're who's pickleball? You guys?
I like pickleball.
Oh, do you?
I played it for the first time like a month ago.
Oh, you're in. You're hooked.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm fully invested.
I got invited out to do a tennis tournament for a tennis event with all the ad sales people for True TV. Okay. So they were like, we're gonna invite some talent. So they invite us for it. And I'm like, I'm not playing.
Okay.
I said, I'll come and commentate. So me and Sal's like, I'm not playing. So like, we'll commentate. So Murr and Q were like playing and we'll like commentate. So one of the guys who was like the president of like American Express tears at his ACL.
Oh God.
But the tournament has to go on. So the guy who was like I think he was, headed up T-Mobile or Verizon. It was like a big company, right? And he was like, "Oh, I need a partner." And the guy was like, "Joe will do it." And I'm like, "All right." And I don't play, and I loved it. And I crushed. I crashed the net. I was awesome. I was like, "This is so fun." So I got totally bit by the tennis bug.
Tennis is tough.
Tennis is
a tough sport.
Yeah,
pickleball's like
doubles is a little bit easier because only half of it I have to worry about.
It's so much easier. So when we used to play with our friends, it's like you get tired playing out 1v1, running back and forth. You could just chill there right at the net.
I'll get it.
Doubles is too much.
We have a question regarding the bowling.
You guys are big on the questions. That's your thing.
Yeah,
we love questions.
We do the questions, the games, the guessing games. It's all that. So, is it harder to bowl a perfect game or create a successful TV show?
Well, if you're asking me, I've created a successful TV show a couple times. I've never bowled a 300, so
you came pretty close to it, though.
I did, yeah. What, the successful show?
Oh my God! If I said that, kick me out. Kick me out.
Yeah, no. I would say probably the 300. No mistakes. You're allowed mistakes when you create something. The mistakes actually make you better. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of failure. I think that really helps you realize what doesn't work. You have to know what works by finding out what doesn't. I've always said that. I've always worked that way. So.
And how many times do you think you failed a TV show before having a successful one?
14.
14.
Easily. There's been that many. Like, I just picked 14 because the number's behind you, which is in my head is a big number. But I was I picked. I know 3 before. Like we had one pilot that went with Spike TV that didn't go. We had a pilot for Fox that didn't go. Then we came up with Jokers. But before that, we were pitching a bunch of ideas. And then after that, we never sold the TV show until Misery Index, right? And we had a couple other ones that didn't go, right? Misery Index was the next one. Then there was Jokers Wild, which got canceled immediately, which was a sketch comedy show. And then after that was the Dinner Party, which was great. That was my favorite show I think we've ever done.
So all the other ones, were they totally different ideas? Like totally different from reality TV even? or like game show type.
Yeah, game show type B thing. I mean, we found the game show. I did. I mean, me and Sal and Murr and Q all grew up watching game shows.
Yeah.
Right. Like that was like our parents watched that during dinner time. Like that's what it was, So we had that era. And then when we did Misery Index, all of us liked it so much more than I think we thought we were going to be creating that and being part of it. So once that started, it was like, oh, game shows are fun. So we went down a game show rabbit hole, did a bunch. I'm working on a couple now, trying to get some developed and stuff, which is fun. I just like the format. It's just
we do too. That's exactly what our social media platforms are about.
Yeah.
Like we started solely off game shows, basically.
We've known each other since first grade. It's like every single time we're, after college or going to college, like we're all just, sitting around, drinking around like a fire, like doing all these games anyway. It's like just put it on camera and we could do what other people are doing, if not better.
Yeah.
And
Do you have any aspirations to do a proper game show?
We would like to. I think we're leaving everything on the table, but like we have a ton of games. Like basically our TikTok, our YouTube, if you scroll down, it is a game show in itself. We would love to host a game show one day or create our own game show.
We've had a few like raw ideas for it.
Yeah, how about board games? Do you guys roll with board games?
We like all types of games.
We've thought about card games.
Name a game I don't like.
I dare you.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
Okay.
Card games, board games, like because what's that one Barstool does? Ask the Internet.
Yeah, Ask the Internet.
And it's like all just like debate questions that they do on their podcast.
Yeah.
So it's like taking the podcast format, something that people are familiar with our audience already.
Yeah.
It's something that transitions well if we ever wanted to do it. But there's a lot of different. I think my biggest thing right now with the podcast and like the channel is like so many different routes to go. It's like which ones do you choose? But I think the only way to do it is try them out, and if they fail, then move to the next one.
Yeah, I mean it's funny because we did Jokers Wild, which was a sketch comedy show. We started in sketch comedy. Then we got Jokers. And then we're like, they said, hey, do you have a night? We're like, well, we would love to do a sketch comedy show. They're like, sure, do it. So we do a sketch comedy show and then everybody hated it. And it was like, wait, that's what we do. Like we're sketch comedians. We've been doing it for way longer than we did Jokers. Because Jokers, we were just ourselves, So it's like people liked us that didn't like us playing as characters because the problem was they got to know us.
It's a friendship.
That was it. Well, it's friendship on display. That's all the show is. It's nothing. It's just watching your friends be together.
100%.
So like that was the thing. So we're like, oh, that's so weird that the thing that we loved and got us into the whole game and we were good at and why we got the attention is now everybody doesn't like it.
Yeah, it's so weird how it works.
That is funny.
It's crazy.
So when you moved out to LA, how old were you?
2003. So I'm
2003.
So 28. I was born in 76. So if I'm good at math, that's 24 plus 4.
We're on the mathematics team.
I'm 28.
Yeah. We want to compare New York and California. So this is a little bit of a game, not really. Opinion based. What state is better in these categories, New York or California?
Gotcha.
Okay. What state has better food?
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm like vegetarian vegan.
Okay.
So you can't touch LA for that kind of stuff.
What about pizza?
New York. Don't be an asshole. I don't want to leave.
I thought pizza would have like carried it over the edge.
No, I mean New York. I mean, here's the thing about New York and LA. They both high-end restaurants, dead even. You can't even do it, right? So what does that take you down to? That takes you down to mid-level stuff, right? Above fast food, but like mid-level stuff. And I'll say that LA, for me and my diet and what I eat, there's more options there. Fair. Like there's Veggie Grill, which Hard House, those two, which blow away anything that I could get fast foody here. If I'm on the East Coast, the only thing I could get is like a Impossible Whopper.
Yeah, I guess that's
it.
fair.
Like, you know what I mean? So there's nothing in that like realm. There's no fake chicken joints or anything like that. They have all that out there.
That's fair.
If I'm talking straight up Fat Joey Gatto from Staten Island, let's go back and let's dip into the late 80s.
Yeah.
I'll say, I would probably say New York.
Okay, that's fair.
There,
that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Because the high end market, LA, and that they're dead even. There's
you think?
There's unbelievable restaurants. I mean, where do they open? The 3 places they open their restaurant is LA, Miami, New York. Right?
Yeah,
that's it.
Maybe Vegas.
Vegas. Yeah, Vegas just sucks up everything that's good about everything.
Suck up. It's like a
except the people. It just takes everybody and puts it in.
What about sports?
I don't know anything about sport, but I will say this. I will say New York you can't touch, right? We got a lot of legacy here, right?
Let's go.
Yeah.
It's the history. It's the history.
Yeah, I'm a New Yorker. You can't touch the Yankees when it comes to anything.
No. Well, last night the Mets touched them up a little bit.
Yeah. But it's a Subway Series right now?
Yeah.
See, I knew that term.
Yeah.
I like it.
I normally don't.
I like it.
All you need to know is some words. You put them together. I know nothing about sport.
We're also in the John Boy Media studio right now, which they have Yankees and Mets podcast, primarily a Yankee station.
Got it.
So,
yeah, that's what I know. So the Yankees.
What about entertainment?
LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say you're in a town when if you're just saying like what to be entertained or to make entertainment. If you're looking to make entertainment, it's LA. People go there. That's
that makes sense.
New York, I did like doing it because of the hustle. Like it's so funny because my career was in New York in entertainment, but I like the hustle in New York. You don't it's not expected.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like asking about finance. New York versus LA, right?
Yeah.
LA, if you're doing finance in LA, you really want to do finance. If you're doing finance in New York, you're doing it because it's the town where it gets done.
That makes sense.
So I think it's a flip of that with entertainment. To be entertained.
Yeah. What about to be entertained?
New York. I mean, you have all of Broadway, which that doesn't have, right? So
You're
you have
right.
to go New York. But live concerts here is you're dead even. So I would say Broadway's a differentiator.
Yep.
Lives, everybody hits LA, everybody hits New York, all the people, you know, as far as like movies and all that stuff, that all happens. It's not like you can go to a movie set and just watch them make it.
Yeah, no, it's a whole lot.
But they all get made, so you have the bump into things.
Yeah.
Like I was accidentally on the set of the Batman movie down in. I lived in a financial
They
district.
don't like block it off or
No,
anything.
listen to the story,
They just
okay?
do
Do you know the big scene with Bane? He's downtown, and they're
Yeah,
like
yes.
the cops are clashing with everybody.
Yeah.
That's filmed outside my house, 45 Wall Street, right? My wife upstairs, she's like, "Can you get us bagels?" I'll go get us bagels. I have no idea they're filming.
He's all Bane
I
walking
go downstairs. I walk. There's a woman with a walkie-talkie at my thing. And she goes, "I like this to me." I go, "Okay." And then I see 100 cops running, yelling, and 100 other evildoers clashing. And I go, "What?" "What?" I was like, "What's that?" And she goes, "Oh, it's a movie." I thought it was the end of the movie. I thought it was the end of the world. I thought we lost.
Oh, we lost.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's actually insane. I never thought about that at all. They did film stuff in like Hoboken though, like with
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know.
Hoboken.
With
Carlos
Timothy
Bakery's there?
Chalamet.
Oh, Chalamet. Oh, you were all sorts of wrong in every
Chalamet.
word you've said there. He's like
you got
Timothy
him.
Chandelier.
You say Chalamet, and then that made me say
Don't
Chalamet.
put me under
You
the
did
bus.
say that
I
one
don't-
time.
I've
though.
never said it. Put it on
It's
record.
me.
Where
It's
have I
on
said
me.
it?
It's on me.
We love you for it.
But you wanted to be a director or a screenwriter. Am I wrong?
I am, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
but
that's
what
what I'll be when I grow up.
I'm saying when you moved to LA,
That was just chase the dream. Yeah.
Yes, that was the dream.
Screenwriter, director, and I ended up working at Nordstrom's.
Yes.
Yes.
28-year-old you. If you were to direct a movie, what type of movie would it be?
I love an action comedy.
Action comedy.
Yeah, I like action comedy. I'm a huge. I love heists. I like a heist.
Yes,
I love a good
me
heist.
too. And
So
we
those
went
are
to go
fun.
see the
Lift.
Lift.
The premiere.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where I started. Is that where I bumped into you guys?
Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
Yes,
You didn't interview
yes.
me. That was interesting.
We weren't capturing
Excuse
concept
me, I'm
that
taking
day.
a sip. Dramatically.
Did you see Hitman, which was the recent Netflix
Ryan
movie that
Gosling?
came out? No,
No.
it's
No, that's
Glenn,
Fun
Glenn
Guy, right?
Powell.
Glenn Powell and
Oh no, that's the new one that just came
Yeah.
out. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Is it
that's
good?
a comedy. I guess not really action, but
Yeah.
it's a
It's
good one.
action.
It's fun. Yeah, a little
I
bit.
actually I liked Lift. I thought Hart did a good job.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
If I have to say, like, even if it's not like a heist movie, but kind of like a whodunit kind of thing, Knives Out, the original was.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
in recent days is like one of the best movies. I'll give you one that you probably haven't seen, which I love, from 2017. It's one of my favorite movies, and I highly recommend it all the time. Is Gringo? I don't know if you've seen it.
I've
Gringo
heard of it,
is
but I've never
great.
seen it.
Charlize Theron's in it,
I've never
but it's a
seen
lot of people that you don't even necessarily even know. There's a couple faces you'll know. Great movie. Highly entertaining, really fun, keeps you guessing. Yeah.
So if you were creating an action comedy movie, who would you cast? Who would be the three people that you would cast, like, ideally in your dream action comedy movie?
Oh, Ben Schwartz. I think is hysterical and a great actor, and I think he'd be an amazing, like, kind of like geeky, like,
Okay.
you know, like if you're doing like a heist thing, right?
Yeah, he would be the lead.
Well, I mean, if you're doing like they're normally like ensemble, right?
Yes.
So if like you need your like nerdy guy, like what
Yes.
I think Ben Schwartz would be, or your schmarmy guy.
Yeah, yeah.
I think. I mean, I think he's amazing. I think
Okay.
he's super talented. He's phenomenal. I love him. If you're talking about your muscle, I
Yeah.
would say either Batista. I think he's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like him.
yeah.
I think
He's
he's.
so
I
good.
probably would go with Batista. I think he's.
We're going over Vin Diesel and The Rock.
The Rock. Yeah, I mean, The Rock's great too. I mean, they're all great. I mean, don't get me wrong, but Batista, there's just something about him that seems like kind of fun and funny. And
I like him in
and
Guardians of
into
the
it.
Galaxy.
Yeah.
I think he's
Cena,
so funny.
Cena
in
as
that.
well. John Cena's great. Yeah,
so
yeah.
good.
And the Peacemaker, I think he's still, he's unbelievable in that.
Great.
I think I don't know if you saw Ricky Stenicki.
I was just going to
yeah,
say
he's
that.
phenomenal.
I thought
in
that
as
was
well.
one of the. I think comedy movies have kind of fallen off, but I thought that one was one of the best ones in the
yeah.
past like 5-10 years.
Yeah.
I thought it was so funny.
I mean, and Santino's in it too, and Andrew
Yeah.
Santino's a phenomenal.
Andrew Santino's great.
so great.
So funny.
Yeah, I think those two are definitely in it. And then, so who else do you have? You have like
about
your
you?
driver.
Yeah, your getaway driver.
Yeah, your getaway driver, right?
Yeah.
You need your Jason Statham, right? Who's your Statham? I don't know. Me?
Yeah, I like
Just because
it.
I want to act with them.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Craig Robinson, maybe.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Like an old school, like
That's a good
yeah.
pick.
Can we make this happen? Can we get
Let's do
a
it.
script
I got
together?
a script. We'll put it together.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That's great. Speaking of your original comedy group, Four Best Friends, obviously together, you guys were the Tenderloins, right? Can you tell us a little bit about how you came up with that name and kind of the originality
I
of
wish
the
the
group?
story was better. It wasn't. So that we had a list that Sal kept a list of words you'd be slightly embarrassed to say in front of a group of strangers, a large gathering of strangers. That was the title of it. And on there was words like nougat, right? And one of the lists on there was the tenderloins, was tenderloin.
Yeah.
And Sal brought the list and we had to put up our first show. And we're like, what's the name of it? And we're like, tenderloins.
Did you have a logo?
We did. I made it on Photoshop.
Was it like a?
It's a circular. No, it was a circular with just a graphic, and I made it on Photoshop. And
I don't know if it was like a chicken tenderloin.
You know what's funny? We
We
really just named it the tenderloins. Not even with the food thing. It was more just like tenderloins was funny, just the way you said it. But then we made the logo, and for a long time I made the logo, and the guys we never secured a license for it, and it was on like all this stuff. And I was like, guys, I'm going to take you guys to court, and you guys are going to owe me a lot of money. Because I'm in over the head. So it was. We were about to have our first show, and they were going to name. We're like, you know what? Do we love tenderloins? And then we end up with like, you know what? We love the other one. We're going to name is Phil.
Just Phil?
Yeah. Then when people go, well, what's that short for? Thinking it's an acronym, we're going to put P.H. What's it short for? We're going to go Philip. And we thought that was hysterical, right? We thought it was great. And we did it. And then the next day, we came back and we were like finalizing the poster. And we're like, we're sure about Phil? And everyone's like, tenderloins just still stuck with all of us. We slept on it.
I like the tenderloins.
Yeah,
I like the
me
tenderloins.
too.
I thought that it was linked to that you like naming things after food like your dogs.
That came later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How many dogs do you have?
Right now, the Gatto pups, there's 11.
There's 11.
That are mine. And then in the sanctuary right now, I think we have 26.
Oh, wow.
The dogs in the sanctuary aren't named
For
after
adoption.
foods.
Yeah, they're all named for food.
Oh, really? All of them?
Yeah.
I feel like I've run out of food.
Close to them. Yeah, you'd think you would, but you don't.
Are they all Italian foods?
No, we started branching out. We went into coffees, went into some like chestnut, hazelnut, like that kind of thing. Yeah.
I like that.
Is there a dog name that you don't like the food of?
No, we started to. So the rescue is run by a group of volunteers and a couple people that work with them a lot. So I've started to let them chime in.
Yeah.
And I think they did was it licorice? I don't like licorice. So I think it was licorice, and I was like, no good. I sent it back. I was like, no good.
No good.
I was like, I don't like licorice, so they didn't do that. Yeah, but for the most part, I mean, I like kind of all foods.
Yeah.
I'm not a guy who looks picky, right?
You came in here with cookies.
Of course. I mean, everyone gifts.
I can't.
You didn't eat any.
Did they say
We will
espresso
eat
one?
them.
Espresso?
The espresso cafe right here. Did you guys go there? It's great.
No.
It's right around the corner. They make a good cup of coffee.
I've never
We're
turned down
Cafe
a cookie.
37 right here, right? That's the name.
Cafe
Yeah,
37
that's
is great.
tacos and everything.
here?
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right across the street.
Because now we have places to try out.
Yeah,
So good.
They're pretty good. All right. Relative to the dog names, let's keep going. Have you ever seen our blind rankings?
Blind rankings, yes.
So it's like you don't know what's coming next, and we want to do that with Italian foods.
Okay, got it. So where you got to put stuff where it is, and then you fill in each spot.
Yep. And it's spots 1 through 5.
One's the best, 5's the worst.
Got it.
All right. Rank these Italian foods without knowing what comes next. Lasagna.
4.
Oh.
4. Not a
Yeah.
lasagna guy.
No, I am a lasagna guy, but I'm telling you, there's at least 4 other foods that I know are better.
At least 4.
At least 4.
They're all Italian.
So I know. So I know there's at least 4. You're gonna hit me with the next one. You're gonna hit me with it. I'm guaranteed it's gonna be better than lasagna.
Second one is Zeppelis.
5.
Oh,
You guaranteed it.
I
You
had a
guaranteed it.
guarantee on that one.
That was a
Okay, so I
guarantee.
have 1, 2, and 3 left. Okay, I may have misstepped lasagna if this is what you hit me with. Zeppeli's next.
We like to throw in like really good things and like not so debatable things.
Because zeppeli, as every culture has a version of a zeppeli, it's just
Yes.
fried dough.
You're right.
You know, there's nothing to it. Lasagna could be good or bad.
Is a Zeppeli or a fried Oreo better?
For me, if you're talking about a fairground, I go fried Oreo every day of the
do
week.
too, thank
If you're
you.
talking about San Gennaro, you got to go Zepp.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What about Zeppeli or funnel cake?
Funnel cake is just a flattened out
the
pretzel
same
type
thing.
zeppeli. I mean, you're talking about the same thing. It's presentation. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like
preference.
a donkey or a horse. Like
Basically, it's a donkey or a horse.
Have you been to Cafe Du Monde? And
Yeah, I was made a beignet.
Oh,
They made me a human beignet in the episode we filmed the Jokers. So they covered me in powdered sugar, and I had to go on the street and have people lick me. So thank you for bringing that up. You're welcome.
PTSD.
listen, I've
Yes,
watched a lot of episodes. I'm going to have to
bet
pull
that
that
wasn't
one
the
out.
answer you thought you would get. It was like, have you ever been to Cafe Du Monde? Yes, I was a human beignet, and strangers licked me.
I'm sure if I saw it, I remember. I used to watch it all the time.
Also, the food was good.
Also, the food was good.
All right, next food. Fettuccine Alfredo.
Oh, good. 3.
3?
Yeah.
You're saving 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2, of course, because fettuccine Alfredo is good. But it's the way I'm going with my ranking is: have I ever had a bad one? I've had some bad fettuccine
That's
Alfredos because I've had worse lasagnas, definitely. But
Definitely.
fettuccine Alfredos, like sometimes the sauce could really throw you off.
I agree. I'm an Alfredo sauce guy.
I make it for my kids. I make a good Alfredo.
Oh, I gotta try it.
Yeah, I'll come cook for you. Come
Deal.
over.
Deal. All right, next one, gelato.
Shit, that
We
would be
threw in some
6.
desserts.
That'd be 6.
Really?
I
You're
hate
not-
ice cream. Yeah, I'm not an ice cream
Really?
guy. Yeah, so now I'm forced that it's got to go 2. Ugh,
Yeah.
I messed up. Yeah,
Wow.
I don't like ice cream. Yeah,
Are you a cold food person?
at heart. Do you have a cold heart, Joe? No,
That's like you like donuts. You like
No,
like,
no. I'm fine with cold foods. I don't like ice cream. It's a medium that doesn't speak to me.
Do you like ices?
Like a
Italian
water ice,
ices?
like
Yeah.
a water ice. I could do them if I have to,
Okay.
but it's kind of the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Well,
then
you're
my
number
last
one.
one. What's my number one then?
pizza.
One.
Yeah.
That'd be right. That'd
Okay.
be right anyway. I put pizza over anything.
So you would go pizza, fettuccine
The only thing
Alfredo.
I would swap is gelato and Zeppeli for
Okay.
sure. Like gelato would definitely be number 5.
Fair.
And that would make Zeppeli what, number 2?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, that's not wrong. I messed this whole thing up.
That's okay.
Yeah. I wasn't even close. Pizza was right, so I'm glad I said the number 1 spot.
We don't get those correct often.
Okay.
They have made how many seasons of Impractical Jokers now?
With me, I did 9.5, and they
9.5.
are just on. They're filming 11 now, I think.
11. Damn, that's a lot of seasons.
Yeah, I did a decade.
And you guys filmed the movie as well.
Yes, we did.
Yes. So my question for you is, if they made a biopic about Impractical Jokers, who would play you, Q, Murr, and Sal?
Oh, Steve Carell would play me.
Oh,
I like that
I
casting.
do. I like
Carell
that. I
would
like
play
it.
me,
I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of that one.
Let's see.
Has that been something you've gotten, or is that you just?
Oh yeah, people think I'm Steve Carell. Yeah.
Really?
I get that. Yeah, I gotten. I don't sound like him, but I was in.
Subway.
Subway.
No, the other one. No, it was Jersey Mike. Sorry.
Jersey Mike.
So whatever. It was a sandwich shop, and I walked in, and the girl. I'm on the street, and the girl's taking. Walks by and sees me. It's in Manhattan. Sees me, and she goes, "Comes." She's like, "Joe, I'm a huge fan. Can I take a picture?" Yeah, we take a selfie. And the girl who works behind the counter sees it, doesn't say anything, goes in the back, comes out a minute later. I step up to take my order, and she goes, "Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm freaking out a little bit because I'm just a huge, huge fan of Mr. Carell." I thought I was Steve Carell. So I didn't say anything. And I just went, "Oh." And she goes, she's like, "Everybody's flipping out. Can we take a quick picture?" I was like, "Absolutely." I didn't say anything. 10 people come out. Jimmy John's it was. 10 Jimmy John's boys come down. They come up behind me, take the picture, whatever. And then I just take all the food. I just steal it and I leave. I didn't pay for nothing. I'm like, that's Steve Carell's problem. I'm out of here. And I go. And then later that day on Twitter, they put @Steve Carell loves our sandwiches. And it's a picture of me
No
with the
way.
Carell. I swear to God.
They tagged
So funny.
Steve Carell?
Tagged Steve Carell. And I'm sitting there with everybody. It was so funny.
Were you dropping lines from The Office?
I didn't say anything because I don't sound like him. I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag. I was just like pretending to be humble. I was like thumbs up, a lot of hand stuff.
A lot of hand signal.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
good.
so I guess I'd be Carell. I mean,
Who do you think our celebrity lookalikes would be?
your celebrity lookalikes. I think you guys have a very interesting. You don't look like anybody. Thing.
I'm gonna pull something
I'm
up.
gonna say. Well, you can, but I'm gonna say something about this. You two look like you should be friends. Does that make sense to you?
yeah.
All right.
I'll take
You look
that.
like you should be friends. Like you look like the yin to each other's yang, and I don't mean that in sexual nature. You guys look like you should be like pals.
It's funny because
That means a lot. That's a good
Yeah, no,
compliment.
thank you so much. That's a great compliment.
you so
And you know I
much.
know friendship.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do know friendship. That's probably come from the highest honor of
And
famous
honestly,
friends.
yes, I
You
think
can't
it
get
does.
higher. I'm telling
No,
you.
you can't.
It's funny because his younger brother is 7 years younger than him, and he's got a best friend that is just tall, lanky, tan
It's
like
very
me.
weird.
Really?
And I'm like, I feel like I'm looking through like a time machine.
It's
I'm
really
like,
weird.
this is
Stick
like
together, kids. You guys are gonna be doing a podcast. Yeah.
I'm like, they're doing all the
really
same
weird.
stuff that we used to do too.
Yeah.
We're like, wait, you're doing that too? So
What's your
it's really
celebrity? Who's your lookalikes that you get?
Mine, I get young Larry Bird.
Oh, you are young Larry Bird for sure.
That's very similar.
That's
no?
very similar. Yes, for sure.
weird. Yeah, that's really
Young
good.
Larry Bird.
Young Larry Bird.
I've gotten, and I don't.
You know
I'm
who
not-
you kind of give the vibes of?
If you say what he's about to say, that's crazy.
What's his name? He played the Punisher. John
Bernthal?
Bernthal.
That's take that compliment.
Bernthal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I can
a
see
guy.
you kind of look like a
know John
Bernthal who like lost weight for a role. like
Bernthal's a
I know who that
beast.
is. Yes.
yeah, you're like almost a Bernthal. You're like a
pretty damn
Bernthal
good.
light.
It's got a lot more hair than I do.
Who do you get? Who do you get that you?
And listen, I don't compare myself to these people at all. Aaron Rodgers, I've got.
Oh,
him
I can see that.
a little bit
For sure.
And then Jake Gyllenhaal, which
Jake-
I'm like, yeah, which again,
Jake-
I don't
yeah.
don't see these things.
Jake is a
but-
stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
Jake's a
face is a little
I
bit.
think I think it's when I grow out the beard
Yeah,
a
you
little bit
gotta
more.
grow a beard.
People
Yeah,
say
yeah.
like a little bit.
when you
especially
cover your
wearing a-
face, you look more like.
Yeah,
The more you cover
Yeah,
your
I
face,
blend
the more
it.
you look
Yeah,
like.
Yeah, when I
Chameleon.
grow out my beard, I look like Matthew McConaughey.
yeah. I've never seen you do that.
Brad Pitt, I get all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
When I wear a hat. When I wear a hat and sunglasses.
yeah, yeah. So who else would play Q, Murr, and Sal?
Oh, I don't know.
Got Steve Carell for you.
Charlize Theron from her.
Okay. Makes sense. That one just checks out.
For Q. Well, I mean, if I could take a time machine, it'd be Belushi.
Okay.
You know what
Okay.
I mean, for
Okay.
yeah, for him, and then Sal. Oh, Sal's hard because Sal is like, I'd love to see. Oh, you know what? For Murr would actually be Ricky Martin. Yeah, I can see Ricky Martin doing a good Murr. And for Sal, he just has like a little weird swagger. Oh no, no, I know exactly who Murr would be. I'm sorry, from Murr from 2.5 Men, not.
John Cryer.
John Cryer.
Yep,
for sure.
Look at that poll, by the way. Thank you.
Never saw that.
Yeah, Cryer is 100% Murr.
No, that's not how you spell that. You spelled it K-R-I-E-R.
That's a
Yeah,
good
that
Murr.
is a really good Murr.
I like that.
Yeah, and then Sal, I don't know. Sal has got a very interesting look. Sal is like, I mean, just for giggles, like I would do like, because you got to capture like Sal's big like personality stuff too, like Horatio Sands, like a younger, because Horatio's a little now, but like I would say something like that maybe. Sal's the toughest one I think to get.
Completely. I can't think of anyone either.
We got one more game for you here.
Good, hit it.
All right.
I'm having fun.
So we do this game where you have $15 to spend and there's 4 rounds. So it's $15. It goes up to $5 each round you can spend. So $5 is probably gonna be the best thing. $1 is probably gonna be the worst.
It's the same game we just played with different.
Kind of, yes.
It's actually all the games we do.
Yeah,
They're
just the same.
just
So
a
I
little
have
different.
$15 to spend, and I can spend
15.
anywhere from $1 to $5.
1 to 5, and there's 4 rounds.
Got it.
So
So I can't spend 5 on every because that'd be $20, guys,
Exactly.
and I only have 15.
Look at this guy.
He knows. He knows.
Got
He
it.
was in the mathematics team.
Mathlete.
Yeah,
Mathlete.
So, yeah, and the bowling team. If you didn't know, you have $15 to spend to create your perfect Italian dinner.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Round 1, you get the appetizer. For $1, you could get bread. $2, you get a caprese salad. $3, you get burrata. $4, we didn't know that you were vegetarian and vegan.
No,
so
I've eaten all of it though, so don't worry about that.
This is young Staten Island
This is
Joe.
me. This is me 9 years ago.
Yeah. $4, you get meatballs, and $5, you get calamari.
Okay, I would say, and I'm going to tell you why, and this makes sense. It'll come back for you.
Okay.
It's going to be 1 bread.
Really?
Oh.
$1 bread. Hit me.
$1 bread.
$1 bread. And I'll tell you why
You're
in
gonna
round
tell
2.
us-
I'll tell
okay.
you. You'll pick it up very nicely.
Yeah, I know what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
You know what he's going to do? Okay.
Because not only do I have a self-sustaining thing, I also have an ingredient.
Yes.
In case I need it later.
And you have almost a
dipski.
utensil.
Yes, that's exactly right. I mean, I'm a king of a dip. I love a dipski.
I love it.
Here we go. On to the main course. $1, you get Olive Garden spaghetti.
I will leave this place right now. I am not family there.
$2, you get a slice of pizza. $3, shrimp scampi. $4, chicken parm. And $5, you get a pasta of your choice.
I go pasta fra diavolo. That's my favorite thing. Pappardelle fra diavolo is the number one
With the
thing.
bread.
And now I get the bread to dip. And I'm $6 in. I have a hell of a meal.
We should have respected that. We should have respected the bread. So you have $9 left. You can go 5 and 4, 4 and 5. So you get your drink.
Yep.
$1, you get milk. $2, you get fruit
Milk
punch.
with milk with fra diavolo? No.
That would be
Pass.
an interesting mix. You know what we tried the other day?
Go.
Red wine and milk.
Oh, really?
Crazy.
Did people like it? Did you get it because somebody tried it and you're like, yeah,
We saw it on TikTok
Got
and
it.
then we're like, let's put these 2 things together. I think you're going to see a lot more of us trying 2
wasn't
things
a
together.
Okay.
I wasn't a fan.
It was all right. I went into it and I was like, while I was drinking it, I was like, I'm just going to chug this for the
had 2 full
camera, you know?
glasses.
Yeah.
And I had like, it was
I
whatever.
had when I was growing up, my cousin used to drink Coke and milk. He would put milk and Coke together.
that tastes like almost like a float.
It's kind of like a
Oh,
floaty
yeah, I guess
thing.
that
Yeah, but it
makes
was
sense.
weird. Like it was weird. I was at the time, especially. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I put my Coke and milk together." I'm like, "That's bizarre."
My grandpa did ginger ale and milk, but if you put the milk in before the ginger ale, it curds up. It's
all right.
disgusting.
So it looks spoiled.
But the other way, it's great.
Okay.
All right, drinks. $1 milk.
No.
$2 fruit punch.
No.
$3 water. $4 your choice of soda. $5 your favorite drink ever.
I mean, this is where I probably dropped the 5, and I do an Aloha Thunder.
What is an Aloha?
I'm sorry, but
Ginger
is that
beer
a dance
with
move?
ginger beer with a splash of pineapple juice.
I'm trying that next time I go
That's what you
somewhere.
gotta try it. Aloha Thunder.
Aloha
I got a lot of mocktails because I don't drink, so
Yeah.
I'm a mocktail guy. I got some good.
Aloha Thunder.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
one of the coolest drink names I've ever
It's
heard.
honestly, it's like the
Not
name's
even
half the
joking.
battle with
Yeah.
the drink. Like if I'm ordering something like a mudslide, I'm a sucker for a
You
mudslide.
gotta have a Ukrainian donkey.
That's fake. That's not real.
It's a virgin Moscow mule.
Oh, I've actually think I've heard. Yeah,
It's like
makes
a
sense.
Ukrainian donkey. So just the Moscow Mule without it. It's like limeade, ginger beer, and splashes of club soda.
we could probably do a whole game with him just naming things and us guessing if it's a drink or
love
not.
names. I love it. game or not.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that gives me $4 left.
Yeah, you get $4.
So I can't get number 5. Give me what number 5 was for this last one. If it's desserts and it's a cannoli, I'm upset.
It was a cannoli.
You bastards.
5 was
What am I settling for? So what's last?
So $1 piece of chocolate, $2 a biscotti, $3 tiramisu, $4 Zeppelis.
No, I could get the Zeppelis. I wouldn't get a Zeppeli. Does dessert come with complimentary coffee? Does my meal have a complimentary coffee?
Well, you add I was going to
If
say
you
if you don't
go-
spend
If
the
I go to
$4.
Biscotti, do I get a cup of coffee? What
Sure.
is my thing? Okay,
Yes.
because I'm a king of a dip. Yes, I'll do
And you have
Biscotti.
$2 left.
Yeah, so
so you
I'll
can
spend
use
a
it on the
$2 cup of
coffee.
coffee.
Yeah, that's fine.
That I'm fine with. Yes,
worth
that's a
the game.
delicious meal. Can we go have that now?
Yeah, we definitely can. You want to hear something crazy?
Go.
I haven't had the first time I tried pasta was like 6 months ago. It's something crazy, right?
That is. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Do you have a loving family? What happened? How do you not have pasta? How old are you?
I'm 27.
You are. Something's wrong. 27 years old.
So my mom learned how to cook from Italian food from my dad's side, which is the Italian side. He used to come over to my house all the time when we were younger.
And my family's Italian.
Yeah, no, that is true.
I don't have to go to your house to have Italian food.
But obviously they weren't making pasta.
That can't be real.
So if you came over my house, my mom made pasta for me all the time when I was a kid. It's
And
different.
my
'cause you-
family, I would just eat like chicken cutlets on the side.
That can't be. Oh wow. So what was your mouth? What'd your mouth do?
I don't. So we used to go to the pasta parties with our significant friend that we have.
significant
You having a stroke? What is happening when you?
what happens when you don't eat
Slow
pasta.
stroke. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't eat pasta. We would go to the pasta parties, and I would just eat bread. I'm not even joking. I would double down on bread for the football game.
So
the
you'd be
next
like $5 in just getting a pasta.
time.
bread.
Yeah, I'm a very cheap.
And then didn't you go for a bit? You introduced without sauce.
I introduced it. I like had a piece, and then I would like try it every time, and people would like annoy me. They'd get on my back and be like, "You gotta try. You gotta try. You gotta
Peer pressure you.
Yeah.
Like
so
it's
I would like
it's
try
heroin.
it. Yeah.
You got to try this drug. It's pasta.
Basically. But then I had it, and I had what's pasta M? It starts with an M.
Pasta with an M. Is it a
It's a sauce.
marsala?
I
No,
think
that's
so.
that's
No.
mushroom.
Yeah, that's
No,
mushroom.
mushroom.
Marinara sauce?
Marinara.
No. I forget what it's called, but I had it on vacation and I loved it. I had two
Okay.
bowls,
What color was the sauce?
white or like creamy.
Creamy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like creamy.
Okay.
I don't know what it was. I got to call my mom to
Okay.
figure
Yeah.
out. what it
Well,
was.
an Alfredo sauce. Is,
No, but I've had chicken Alfredo on pizza,
got it. That's right.
which was so good.
Yeah, that's good.
and-
They've really revolutionized the pizza game.
It really did. And then I had penne vodka with chicken cutlets in it. And
They started
I
putting everything
loved
on
it.
pizza though. They put salad on pizza now.
I know, it's crazy. It's like I mean, pineapple's been on pizza,
Yeah.
but I don't agree with that at all. And then they just put anything on
Yeah,
pizza.
yeah.
They pile a full salad on pizza.
And they put a whole like ziti, like a thing of macaroni like right on it. It's
Yeah.
like, here, it's a ziti slice.
It's a little
It's
crazy.
a 9-pound. You throw your back out when you're trying to take a bite.
I
It's
know.
like huge.
You almost get to that point where it's like, is it considered pizza or not?
Oh yeah, it feels like more of like you just put the bread on the bottom of your pizza bowl.
Yeah.
Do you have a preferred pizza place in Manhattan here or in the city?
In Manhattan here, My Pie #1 for me.
Oh,
I've never heard of
My
that.
Pie. It's worth the trip. It's
Where's
worth the
that?
trip. It's on so it's 3rd Avenue, and it's near. I think it's on Lexington, but it's 30 high 30s.
Okay.
There. It's,
All right, we gotta try that.
No, sorry, 50s, because it's where we used to film the old podcast. So it's on 50s up there, and it's called My Pie. I can't recommend it anymore.
What's your go-to slice?
There they do a great I love a grandma slice.
Okay.
Just the sauce.
Me too.
Yeah, I love
I like
that.
a Sicilian.
Sicilian for me. I do square. What part of the Sicilian do you do? Corner, crust, or center?
I do side. I do side.
Well,
yeah.
you just want here. You don't want this.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
don't want
I'll
you don't want
I'll eat
Boardwalk and
all
Park
of it.
Place. You just want one.
I'll eat all of it, but I tend to go side.
I love a middle.
Yeah.
I love crustless. I don't know what's going to happen with all these cheeses.
Like
I guess
soup
what's going on.
almost.
Who knows? When I take this bite, where's this cheese
Yeah.
going?
It
I don't
might
know.
fall out.
I love that.
Yeah. I think that's all we have.
Yeah. Do you want to run this? Do you want to ask him this?
Yeah. Let's go. it.
Okay.
Why not?
So we found this account on Instagram, Serial Lover Boy, I think it's called. Great account. Just posts a bunch of stuff like this. He comments on all our videos we post with his stuff. So we do a keep 4, cut 5.
Keep 4, cut 5.
And I think these are all IHOP pancakes.
We
gotcha.
think. We
So
think.
yeah, we think. So keep 4, cut 5 pancakes. All right, Joe, you got 9 pancakes on the screen.
Oh yeah. Well, you got to keep the buttermilk. You got to stick with the classics.
Okay.
Really?
I like
Keep,
that.
Yeah.
I
And,
like that.
and the Cinestack, I'm not a cinnamon guy. Gonski.
No!
Yeah, I'm not a Cinestack guy.
That's the best pancake.
Well, I mean, it depends who you ask. If you ask my mouth,
Oh.
it's not agreeing with
What's
you.
wrong with it? What's good?
Cinnamon? I don't like cinnamon. I don't like cinnamon, mint, raspberry. I don't want to get into it, guys. I want to get political. These are flavors that my mouth hole doesn't agree with.
That's fair. It's fair.
The double chocolate seems like a lot of chocolate.
I kind of
I think
agree.
too.
So I think that would be too much of the same thing. I would go away with that.
It's fully a dessert. That double chocolate pancake.
Yeah, which is odd for me. That's it. Got to keep the cupcake one, which is also an all dessert, but it looks like a fun time.
I like
I'm in.
that.
So I keep buttermilk. I keep cupcake. I'm keeping 4.
Keep
Yes.
it 4.
So I got 2 more to keep.
cut one or two. Which ones are automatic outs? Any of them?
Double blueberry.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
double
agree.
blueberry. And then the chocolate strawberry looks like a cake. It doesn't look, like a
It
cake.
really
does.
does.
Yeah. So I would get rid of chocolate strawberry.
Okay.
Okay.
So that leaves me with cheesecake.
And tres
Tres
leches?
leches and chocolate chip.
Oh, and then we
You
go.
got to keep two.
I
of
get
those
rid of
three.
I get rid of tres leches.
All right, that's
So
fair.
I'm gonna end up keeping buttermilk, chocolate chip, cheesecake, and cupcake.
I don't hate that.
If the word cake is in there, pretty close to me keeping it. You got a good shot, right?
That's very fair. All right, that's all we got for you. Your new tour,
Yep,
your new book.
that's right.
You got a big September coming up.
Got it coming out. JoeGattoOfficial.com's got all the information you need.
There we go.
Or on Instagram at Joe_Gatto.
Your podcast coming out.
Yes, my podcast gets
Restarting,
launched again.
sorry,
Yes, gets
relaunching.
launched again. Two Cool Moms will be out again in the fall. And yeah, and you guys, congratulations, man. Keep on
you.
doing your thing. It's
Thank you.
nice. You guys don't suck, and it's good. Yeah, you did great. You
That's-
did great.
again.
You know, besides your mini stroke
Yeah, I don't know. I
and
don't know
a
what's
little
going on.
debacle, but besides that, you guys are great.
Besides that, we're awesome. All right. Thank you for watching. Go follow Joe on all platforms. That's podcast 87.
Yeah.
87.
Once we get to 100, we'll let you know.
Yeah, then maybe we'll talk.
Yeah. That's
right.
that's a wrap.
Just went back up. The equipment shit, guys. No, that's still not going. Now the camera. What is this angle? This is it blocks my whole face. This is
no.
This is why people. This is the thumbnail. This is why people are going to. Now you're blocking me. Hi guys, I'm glad to be on this podcast. There you go. That's great. Look at you, real professional.